Hello visuals, and welcome back to the channel, and welcome back to another Superhero Wednesday. I said there was very slow build up there. We had super duper slow build. Look at the state of that. Look at Bandana Dan. Fuck, I had a slow build. Let's. What is this intro? I have to ignore. I'm very tired. It's very hot. I've been at work and I'm fat. Deal with it. But no, it is time for yet another comic book review, because on Superhero Wednesday we do comic book reviews, we do Funko flexes, we do anything super weird and nerdy and awesome and epic and beautiful and wonderful. And I've started to turn into a smug person. I've had my eyes closed. You know, like, oh yeah, oh actually you have 4 Bentleys, we actually have 5. I turned into one of them. But it is time for another comic book review, and I've chose this particular comic book is because I still don't know how well I do the comic book reviews, okay? And I don't know if the spoilers or no spoil, whatever. So I've gone for the Star Wars, The Mandalorian issue 1. Why? Because I thought it'd be quite fun, because it's an exact play out of episode 1 of season 1 of The Mandalorian. Each week, I've got it, well not each week, sorry, once a month or whatever. We'll get a nice play-by-play for every chapter from The Mandalorian. And we can talk about it, and obviously as I'm talking about it, the scenes will come back into your head and whatnot. And it's a cool way to slowly refresh yourself without having to, I don't know, maybe rewatch it if you can't bother rewatching it, of the show. Because this is one of the biggest things to ever make me fall in love with Star Wars even more. Because I never used to be a heavy fan. It was just, I like lightsabers, they're cool. This is alright shit, carry on. Then stuff like this come out, and the prequel films and whatnot. I fucking fell in love, but this was a massive key factor to me completely falling in love with the world of Star Wars, because of characters like him. And I bought issue 1 of the comic book, and I figured, let's do a review for the channel. Out you pop. And like I said, visuals, I don't need to worry too much about giving spoilers, because if we go to here, yeah, we all remember, the deal that's going to go down about all Mandalorian. He's got this thingy for the, the fucking dickhead guy. We was like, oh, I wonder what he's selling it, or sorry, what he's got for it, what's going to happen. You know what's in the case, it's Grogu. So I can sit and talk about it, and we can go through every tiny little scene. We won't have to go into massive detail, like I said, we've seen it, but we open up straight away with that bar sequence and the minor little bar fight. Like we see, Mandalorian, pretty cool little picture there of the OG Pedro Pascal himself. Coming in, he has that bar fight. I'm like, oh, I remember that episode. It's all on that. It was on that snowy sort of planet, wasn't it? And the icy sort of planet, wasn't it? And yeah, so we start from there. And again, as soon as I started reading this, the scene started playing on my head. The only big thing is, I don't know if it is. I'm pretty sure it is, because it's been a while since I've seen episode 1. If it's word for word, it might be word for word, because we've got the likes of you spilled my drink. Hey Mando, I said you spilled my drink. He said you spilled his drink. It's fine. It's on me. It's the real. But is that real a Beskar? And then, like I said, I'm not 100% sure if it is the real dialogue from the show, but I remember this all playing out exactly how it did from how certain people find. I even remember this shot. Because he hits him with his doesn't he hit him with like a grapple thing, and he draws him back in by his foot. There's something there with like a grappling sort of gun. I remember all this playing out. But the terms of the comic aspect of it, though, like, what's better, the comic or the aspect? The comic or the aspect? The comic or the show? Probably the show, just because obviously you can sit back and you can not necessarily switch off, but unwind a little bit more. Here you've got to stay a bit more focused. But it's fun to relive the old adventures, because there's not a single part of The Mandalorian I didn't love. So it's fun to relive it all, from these clashes with these crazy little monsters to meeting the guy that talked like that, the little pig sort of thingy guy. I can't remember his fucking name. And I've read this and watched the show. Great fan I am. To seeing the Razor Crest and getting the deal, which will eventually lead him on to meet Grogu. But it's just another way to enjoy this already amazing story. We see the stuff for the cabinet, because obviously the stuff that Han Solo was captured in. The moments where he goes in to see the stormtroopers and they have a big old standoff. He's like, what? What's in the case? Blah, blah, blah. Well, what is it? And we get that same meeting they have about we get it from me, blah, blah, blah. Then we see him meet up with the other Mandalorians, and they turn what he gets paid with into his Beskar stuff. We get a nice shot. There we go. A nice shot there of that. And we again, remember the flashback sequence in the show? All this is playing out, and it looks so cool. You got this helmet on there, the arm of the side, because obviously it becomes pretty much full-on Beskar, near enough, but this is still the Mando where he's about half and half. He is armoured up, but he's only got little bits and bobs. That's the lad I'm on about. What the hell's his name again? It's funny because we get to see the creature. The creature's name is in here again somewhere. I'm sure it's something messed up. The blurg. This is the guy that... Does he even mention his name? Did it mention his name in the show? But it shows you when he's trying to ride the blurg and all this kind of stuff. It's like, I have spoken. I have spoken. All this weird shenanigans, and Mando just keep failing. But then we see him return as the IG-11. We see him return with the precious cargo anyway and whatnot. That's a cool thing. I love IG-11 in this. Obviously, Taika Waititi. And it ends very, very sad. And then we get the lovely little shot of Grogu at the end, and we get this whole little partnership. And what made it even epic reading it is because when I saw that, we know how it leads on, even from stories like Boba Fett and how this developed, the relationship developed even more. You know, Luke being a Boba Fett and whatnot. And this was a really cool comic. Like I said, it's a show I already adore. This comic was a fun, awesome way. Yes, it's most likely word for word and it's scene for scene, but I always go back and revisit and refresh stuff. And this is an epic way to go back and refresh and be like, oh, they've got it in comic form. I can collect them and maybe put, you know, all the chapters in frames somewhere or whatnot, because they are going to all look cool. Chapter 2 cover looks awesome. They are, if that's going to be the actual chapter. So that looks sick as fuck. We're going to relive and retell this already epic story and journey, and this ongoing journey with season 3 on its way eventually. Or technically it should be season 4 because Boba Fett was season 3 of The Mandalorian. And it was so much fun. So yeah, as a great refresher, I highly recommend this book. Well, I said I'm going to do this comic book review to make life easier for me, but I have no idea if I did. Plus, the Star Wars book covers always feel beautiful. I know it's just Marvel still, but they feel better than some of the other Marvel covers. I don't know why. But I love this. Great picture, great fucking amazing, already told, but still amazing story. Fun action. Not necessarily the funniest episode, but it was the introduction, and Mando's not really a funny character, is he? More serious and whatnot. This is one thing that I can't remember. Did he get rid of that big weird ass rival thing? I can't remember if he's still got it. I don't think he does he? No, he doesn't. No, I don't know why. He definitely doesn't have that anymore. But visuals, I honestly do recommend you start collecting The Mandalorian. Like, only as a refresher. If you've no interest in it, then fair enough. But it's just going to be fun and cool to collect. And when the next season does come out, which I don't think is that far away, it'll be quite cool because I'll be getting these and I'll be refreshing stuff back on the past, and I can connect dots a bit better. Maybe there's stuff that I've overlooked and missed from the show, which I'll pick back up in these. Seeing the relationship, this awesome, beautiful, amazing Star Wars. No, not just Star Wars relationship, but movie relationship between him and Grogu develop and blossom on page as well as on screen is going to be amazing. But visuals, the best I can say about this comic book review, if I can even call it a review, is this was just fun. What an awesome recap. Previously on, and my next previously on it will eventually be these, providing I get the full entire set. Hopefully I do. But visuals, The Mandalorian, Issue 1. Star Wars, The Mandalorian, Issue 1. 10 out of 10. I adore the show, and if you adore the show, you can't really not but adore this. So, visuals, go get it. And then we have visuals. That was my comic book review for Star Wars, The Mandalorian, Issue 1. Hopefully I've reviewed this good enough. I always doubt myself with the Superhero Wednesday comic book reviews. I don't know why. I feel like I just ramble on and say nothing and, you know, give nothing. Because ultimately, I did ramble on there, didn't I? Just to say, great refresher, goodbye, see you later. But yeah, the episode, it's ups and downs, as in like good. I mean, ups and downs in terms of the story of The Mandalorian. Then it's like, oh, moment, and get out, and then oh, be with Grogu, and I love you, and like I cannot wait. I cannot fucking wait to the bit where we get Luke come back against the Dark Troopers. You know, they're all trapped in and whatnot. He comes in, and Grogu goes away, and he takes his helmet off. He's like, can't wait to see that in page form, because even though I'm not the biggest Star Wars nerd out there, that shit gave me goosebumps. That shit brought me to tears. And even I was like, this is fucking beautiful. So I can't wait for that. Yeah, I'll end it there, visuals. I'll shut the fuck up and let you get on with your day, because I'm a fucking idiot. But The Mandalorian, Issue 1, 10 out of 10. Go get it. It's beautiful. Visuals. I love each and every single one of you so freaking much. Thank you for taking 2 minutes out of your day. Well, probably 10 minutes to hear me ramble on about The Mandalorian. Visuals, thanks for watching. Remember, keep being you and keep on web slinging out.